19th and 20th century French philosopher Gaston Bachelard said, "The great function of poetry is to give back to us the situations of our dreams," meaning poetry actually has always had its own uniqueness, standing, significance, determination, and meaning, not only in the world but also in the determination of at least some man's lives that read poetry and that worship and admire literature and other kinds of works. Their characters, perceptions, behaviors are highly influenced and motivated by poetry and other literature works. And poetry is also something that has its own sovereignty, independence, distinction, and individuality without any external requirements, dependencies, or obsessions. When we write poetry, we are literally able to transfer all of our deepest feelings, repressed desires, unexpressed emotions, and other kinds of unhealed pains, conflicts, and traumas into the words that we write on the basis of our imagination and fantasy. So poetry is the epitome of perfection and alleviation from pain, grief, suffering, sadness, sorrow, and miseries of different kinds. Because when we are able to write, we basically are transferring all of our conflicts and internal chaos and mental turmoils and emotional upheavals into the papers that we write. And that's why writing is great, because it fills the voids in our lives and also provides us with the missing pieces of meaning, significance, worth, content that we sometimes don't have in our lives. And that's why writing in general is significant, and it plays a great part in improving our mood and in relieving us from depression, anxiety, distress, a lack of faith, hope, meaning, etc. in our lives that we as modern people in modern society often suffer from and struggle with. Obviously, because of the prevailing monotony and mediocrity in society, the whole modern society is collapsing because everything is normalized and everything is mediocre in one way or another, and our talent, genius, intelligence, and other kind of skill are also being compromised, neglected, and treated as something ordinary, when in reality we deserve much more for what we are able to do individually. But still, because the system and the society worships mediocrity, our ambitions and our talents and skills are buried by the masses. So poetry basically is the direct connection and representation of our dreams into reality, because it gives back, or it produces those situations that we dream about in our dreams. So